Hi, I'm Steve Kemp with Kemp Construction, and today I'm going to talk to you about ceiling radiant heating panels. It's a concept that's been out for at least 30 years. This particular model hasn't changed over that time period. The same technology, the same design. These panels sit in the ceiling above your drywall. They're hidden from your view, and they will warm your room pretty much the same way as a baseboard, except it's using radiant heat, which distributes the heat evenly throughout the room. The reason I like them so much is that they're an ideal application for heating, particularly in a renovation scenario. As you can see, this is a furnace. It's been here since the home was built, probably 25 to 30 years old by now. This is quite typical of furnaces in this vintage of home. This is a particularly outdated one. What separates the newer ones from the old ones is this is a single fan system to blow the warm air through the home, whereas the newer systems, they have a two-fan system at least. One is to blow the exhaust the gases out, and the other one is for moving the warm air through the house. If you have an older furnace such as this, you should know they start off as an 80% efficiency, and over the years they slowly decline. They could be operating anywhere at 50 to 60% efficiency. Replacing these can give you a payback over maybe 3 or 4 years, so it's an ideal thing to do. Or do what I do, which is take the furnace out of the home completely and replace it instead with the electric ceiling radiant heating panels. A lot of reasons why I've gone to these. Number one, they're very flexible. If I have a new room that I'm adding on for an addition, it's not practical to extend the forced air system or floor hydronic. Then electric heating in that particular room is the only way to go. Previously, baseboard was the go-to, but because of these panels, I can have a better form of heat and do away with the heating system across the floor that takes up floor space and so on. Many reasons why these are preferred over a furnace system. Number one is you can see the square footage taken up by the furnace. Another is there's no noise. This is perfectly quiet. It pulses on and off as required, where of course the furnace is on and off. A furnace is heating air, where these panels are heating objects, just like the sun. So the objects then heats the air. So you have a very warm and a very nice spread out even heating in the room. With forced air, you're heating the air, and for that you're going to get up and down fluctuations in the temperature of the room. You're going to get hot spots and cool spots throughout the house. One thermostat is controlling the temperatures of every room of the house. These systems are set up where we have a thermostat in every room, so every room can have a dialed-in temperature preference. Other reasons why I like them is, of course, the elimination of all the ducting. The ducting takes up headroom. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but you've got cold air returns that typically will provide or give you about a 1 foot loss of space in your ceilings in the lower floors, and that's strictly to give access for your cold air return. So by eliminating the furnace, you eliminate the ducting overhead, and you create a main floor feeling even in your basement by gaining that extra headroom. If you have a suite or you have concerns about noise transfer floor to floor, the ducting in a furnace system is a big culprit because, of course, the sound gets in there and travels throughout the house. So if you have a secondary suite or borders in a part of your house, you're going to have a quieter place by eliminating the ducting. There's also the allergy issues with furnace systems. These things do require constant replacement of the air filters, constant cleaning of the ducting, and without that you're going to get dust buildup in your system, which is then going to be breathed in and potentially cause dust allergy issues. When you open up walls and you see some of the dust that has been trapped in that system for decades, you can really appreciate just how dusty of a system these can be. Particularly back in the days when they used the framing of the house as a flue, the warm air would actually dry out the wood, creating the little stalactites of the sap, which then collects the dust. The dust actually hangs on to these little particles, and it's almost impossible for the vacuum cleaning systems to extract them. So I've seen dust in these ducting systems that could be anywhere from 10, 20, 30 years old. and you have to keep in mind that that's what you're breathing constantly every day. Some of the other preferences with these systems is, well, just the cost alone. You've got the cost of the cleaning your system and also the cost of your filters. That has to be factored into the total cost operation of your heating system. So that's just a few of the benefits of eliminating a furnace, and next we'll show you where these things are placed.